Welcome to the Hooligan Nation, a KISS-Centric podcast. The podcast where the riffs are loud, but my opinions are louder. He's the kind one. He doesn't have those kinds of opinions. I'm Anthony.
I'm Rocco. I kind of keep the bad thoughts to myself sometimes.
And now, Father Rocco, we got games. You want to play a couple games?
Yeah, I like games.
First game. Now that the founding fathers of heavy metal have officially retired, who takes the mantle?
That's definitely Metallica. I'm sorry. I kind of hinted that before, but I mean, who else is it? It's got to be Metallica. Metallica is the most seasoned, complete band with years left. Like I think, you know, Aerosmith, Rolling Stones is still out there, but the next one to carry that torch is definitely Metallica. And then again, that's the part that you look back and it's kind of thin if you see who's going to be following next. There's some good bands, there's some good music out there, but the level of a Metallica, I mean, people aren't even making full albums anymore.
Yeah, as far as heavy metal goes, and I wouldn't call Rolling Stones or Aerosmith heavy metal. As far as heavy metal goes, I was watching the Metallica set, and that's the first thing that popped into my head is, oh, these guys are the heir apparent, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
And I would guess, man, I'm gonna say this again. After listening to 72 seasons and going to a 72 seasons show, Metallica's got two or three great albums left in them if they want to do it. And they don't have to do it because I really truly believe they could keep doing this 72 seasons stage, two shows. They could keep doing that until they retire with no new music and they keep selling them out. Because I would go again. I would definitely go again. When they were in Philadelphia, I wanted to go. I made a
Yeah,
mistake
I
by
haven't
not
seen them.
going.
I've seen them three times. I haven't seen them in a long
Oh, it
time.
was so worth it. It was so worth it. You have to invest an entire weekend. You go Friday night, you get one Metallica set list, you get two different warm-up bands, and then you go back on Sunday night, you get a completely different Metallica set list and two more different warm-up bands. It was so worth it. It was expensive.
The interesting thing I'll say about Metallica, I mean, like I was pretty much there was a point in time in my life when I was in high school that all I listened to was Metallica, and I've been a fan of them a long time. And the one thing that makes me it's interesting, it's like the legend of Led Zeppelin and bands like that. Like I've seen them from their infancy. I saw them when they were as raw as can be, and I watched the whole journey all the way through. And it's like Metallica is like the Zeppelin of this era, kind of. Kiss is in a different category of all of it. Kiss is my favorite band forever, but I don't know how to even put it into like I don't know how to really separate what I'm trying to say here. But I mean, Metallica is a legendary band, and I got to see the very beginning and everything of it, every part of it.
I truly believe Metallica is getting better, and that's incredible. Uh, Tell me another band that's in their 60s that are getting better. We talk about all these bands like, boy, I hope they can sing. Boy, I hope they can do this. Boy,
That's a
I
good
hope.
point.
And at least for me, when it comes to Metallica, I'm like, holy shit, they're getting better. Like I saw Metallica in 91 or 92. I saw them in 2024. They were better in 2024 than they were in 1991 or 92.
Well,
Same thing with 72 seasons. Look, their most popular album is the Black Album. 72 seasons to me, Black is here, 72 seasons is here. I'm not going to tell you it's as good or better, but it's damn close.
I think helps is a lot of what shows the history is singers lose their voice. So you got to start with the singers. And I think early on, Metallica really stopped just completely screaming. Like they caught on because they were in that element where they could have been like another one of those bands that you can't hear what they're singing. And James always tried to be harmonic with his voice. He always tried to have melody with his voice. From an early stage, look at Fade to Black. That was a Ride the Lightning album. He was singing. He wasn't screaming. And I think he always stayed true to that, which has probably in some ways kind of helped him sustain that vocals.
And Lars is such a physical drummer to begin with, and then the speed of the music that hasn't really slowed down. There's no noticeable slowdown. Like when they play Battery or Master of Puppets or Creeping Death or Ride the Lightning, to me, they're playing it at the same speed that they were when they were in their 20s, which has got to be damn near impossible for a 60-some-year-old drummer.
It's interesting too because when you're young and in that youth, I know from my listening pleasure, like you want that aggressive, like hard, heavy stuff, and they still have that drive and they still want to put that kind of stuff out there. And even after you age a certain period of time, you'd think that they would kind of like not change their genre, but kind of slow it down a little bit.
Nope, not on
And
72 seasons.
they keep their edge. They keep their edge.
And we talked a lot, I think I talked a lot in this episode about stage command. Metallica commands a stadium. They
Mm.
don't command just the stage, they command the entire stadium. They just have a knack for doing that. And that's a big credit to Hetfield.
Well, they still love what they do, and they dodged some bullets. They've had their bad moments in their career too, but they dodged that bullet, and you can tell that they're loving what they do, and they're still happy that they're able to do it.
If you're listening to us on any of the podcast platforms, please leave us a review. And if you just found us, check out our past episodes. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel and you like this episode, please consider hitting the like button, just like him, and leaving us a comment. Hit the subscribe button, just like him, so you don't miss any future episodes. And check out these episodes right here. As always, if you made it this far, thank you for supporting us, and don't forget, if it's too loud, you're too old. Peace out, Hooligan Nation.